It's good to know you're there. Thanks for staying tuned. It's time for Events Gallery, that program that celebrates events that was celebrating. That program that seeks to document that deep desire in you to keep it on record that you celebrated this and it meant something to you. Events Gallery, today we are celebrating the Omega Power Ministries worldwide. This man, who has been commonly known as the icon of free education, is known for a lot of free things. Apostle Chibuzo Chinyere has a desire to just give back to those who cannot help themselves. He wants you to feel the reality of Christianity by feeling Christ, giving food to the hungry, giving clothes to the naked, and giving home to the homeless. Recently, he veered into something else. He chose to now save those who are pregnant, single mothers who cannot help themselves. Most times you hear stories of abandoned children here and there, but he has said no. He's giving you hope. Yes, most of them are children, and because of the situation, they abandoned these children at birth. But he's saying no. And what did he do? We'll tell you after this program. Don't go away.
Practical Christianity, we have been told, is to feed the hungry, clothe the naked, shelter the homeless, and give help to the helpless, following the steps of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and determined to make the gospel real to the indigent, helpless, and helpless. The Omega Power Ministries, OPM Worldwide, ably led by the General Overseer Apostle Dr. Chibuzo Chinyere, has provided help to the homeless, fed the hungry, and given clothes to the naked. Apostle Chinyere has now been identified as the icon of free education, with a popular cliche that church school must be free. This has led to the setting up of about 15 free schools spread across Rivers, Abia, Bayelsa states, and a recent MOU signed with a Canadian agency, Can Aim High School, to provide internationally based standard qualitative education for Nigerians at no cost.
Hi, my name is Rashid Khan and I'm the Director for International Admissions. We are blessed to be here to sign this agreement today with the Apostle, and we are really blessed to have his presence. And when I see and our schools see his work around the globe, especially in Africa and Nigeria, we were truly amazed. We were thrilled and we were so excited, and we've been kind of chasing him for the last 3 days to come up with an agreement before he leaves Canada. So today we were so fortunate that we got this opportunity to sign this agreement between Can-Am High School Canada and OPM Ministries.
In these schools, tuition, uniform, books, sandals are free. Quality medical care is also available to the children at no cost to the parents and guardians. This is beside the compulsory free lunch for the students.
By the grace of God, this foundation started about 10 years ago. We started with one free school 10 years ago. We went to 2 schools, 3 schools, 4 schools, 5 schools, 6 schools. And now we started with 1 estate. We have 2, 3, currently have about 12 estates. We started with 1 skill acquisition. Now we have more than 5 different skill acquisitions.
Bothered by the growing rate of abandoned children in the school, Apostle Chinyere undertook to rescue abandoned children whenever he heard of any case. Aided by the police, requests to help provide accommodation for the inmates from the baby factory, the General Overseer veered into the provision of a estate to house these pregnant single mothers till they deliver and provide health care for mother and child at the OPM ultra-modern hospital. This is totally free of charge.
Everything I'm doing is in the scripture. In Matthew 25, 34 to 40. I was hungry and you gave me food to eat. I was thirsty, you gave me drink. I was a stranger, you took me in. And people make you say, Jesus, when did we see you hungry? When did we see you thirsty? He said, as you do it for this one, you have done it for me. So that is the motivating factor.
I'm Favor Gabriel. I come from River State, LL. Person carry me come OPM. Now police people carry me come OPM. The place where they catch me, I go sell pikin. Not me even go say make up my mind, say I want go sell pikin. Now the boy give me the let's make I go sell them. And I not even know say now the place where they sell pikin, now he carry me go. Instead make I go stay with your mother for the place. I say okay. Say if not for your mother, now I want go stay with. Say I will go stay with your mother. Now so I make I come go. As we do today, now I see pregnant women them where they there. I can't answer certain these pregnant women that they do here, and I can't tell me say na his sister them. At last say all your sister them, all of them they are carry belle. He say say na his sister them. I can't answer say your sister them, one of their husbands. He tell me say their husband then travel. Say the husband they die secondary. So after them born finish, say the husband will come carry them go. I say okay. I can't carry the boy shift out. Can't and say as the thing don't be like say me I no go feel stay with him. What I guess make him carry me go back. The boy tell me say okay. Say make I wait for am. Say they come make him go buy something come. I say okay. Now I can't stand there they wait for the boy. As I did that they wait for him. I don't know say the boy don't reach my place. I did that they call the number they switch off. I call him again, the number they switch off. I call him again and tell me say make I remain there where I dey. Say no go carry me go anywhere. Say there where I dey now we I go down until they born that pikin finish. Reaching that Friday morning when those police people come, I did that they try the number. I call the boy tell me say man no worry, say go come on Tuesday early morning to come carry me come up for day. I say okay, now they wait for the boy. After I just make the call finish job before now police people come carry us go police station. So they come carry us go the one place where they go interview us where say we go talk truth. Now they explain give them say no be so the thing take happen. Now they come tell us say I'm no say get one church where they go carry us go. Say the church name no OPM. Now I come say okay. Now they come carry us come OPM. As they carry us come OPM. For the OPM they give us 3 times square meal. So they register us for hospital. The hospital name na Mayo Clinic for that Modera place. So now that place all of us they will born finish. As we born finish that place they still carry us come back to the free estate. Now there we still there. Even for the estate who they stay safe, then we no dey pay any money. Even for our children, we never pay any money for them. Now then they give us everything they find.
I come from Cross River State. Ugeb side. I think I'm coming to say where I go to sell my pikin.
Who tell you na say is a pikin here? I can say is a pikin for the place.
Now one boy like this. Now my friend. But not just my friend.
Who gets the hospital? Now OPM get that place.
As if I want to sell the pikin. Who the hospital?
The waiting game.
Na house. Bachelor house. Midwife. Church says person get church.
You might get church.
Yes. Waiting them they talk say if na man they will give him 400,000. Then if na woman na 300,000. So now there even that day I just come the place. That day then police come. That is as I just can not reach 1 hour before police come.
What is speaking a miracle?
I did happy when I see the pikin, they happy everywhere. I can't imagine when I want to go sell the pikin. Waiting they go use this pikin for. Now this pikin will find out. Waiting they go call it and do. I know that they won't pound for what I said to do with you. I don't know. So I just did imagine that. I can't thank God of OPM.
My name is
Miraculous. Where are you from?
From Ebonyi State.
Ebonyi State. Where for Ebonyi State? You know the name of the place?
I know the place. Abomegi.
Huh?
Abomegi.
Abomegi, okay. Where did you born?
Baby girl.
Congratulations. When you born?
I born on 11 July.
July or June?
June.
For where?
For free hospital. Opium free hospital.
What's happened? You don't go hospital before that time?
No, since I get better, I never go hospital because no money. I never go hospital.
I didn't know about OPM free hospital.
Now the time where they open and new because I can't denounce. The time where they can't open and new. As I can't denounce, now they can't help me, can't carry me come estate. I can't stay for estate. They can't carry me go OPM hospital. Now that place now I can't go until I come born.
Where you been they stay before you go OPM free hospital?
I don't dey stay anywhere.
Where they can see you? How you tell is your hospital?
Because that time I no get house. I dey waka until I get belle. As I get belle, nobody the boy can't run. The boy can't run. Nobody they take care of me. I can't deny prostitution because I dey waka before I can't get belle.
Okay, you know, be say you know, but you know the boy, you know the person that give you belle.
No, know the person.
Because now plenty people now, so you don't know which of them.
The doctor say anything I'm saying here is too late. But I should make up my mind to say the baby. That's all he want to hear now. So I refused that night. So my mother said he should calculate everything and give to me. He said that he will never do that. Instead, he will make sure that he makes case with us. And he will use his money to intimidate us. So my mother said, okay, no problem. Since he decided to do like that, he will go and inform my brothers and sisters. My mother left that night. That night I was still in the hospital. At upstairs where he kept me, he locked me up in a room. He said I will never go till he know what he will do with me. He said, okay, in that case, I should hand him over my baby. So I refused that night. We dragged the baby. Finally, he collected the baby and beat me up that night. So I told him, okay, since you have collected the baby, let me go. He refused and locked up the gate. So that night, by the grace of God, I find a small space. I left the hospital and ran to the police station. After inviting the police, they arrested him for 2 days. But finally, I discovered that he closed all the case and everything with money. He bribed them and everything. They said nothing that they can do. I should go back to the hospital with him. So I went outside there looking for help. I even met so many rich men, chief, king. Nobody could even help me. Nobody could even help me with feeding money. So I have no other option to stay there. So I was there one afternoon. I remember in a church where I went to. So I went there. I was telling the security there. Says this is the final say of the police. He said I should never agree. So I should go to OPM. He said the OPM is the only man that he know that will help me in this situation. I told Daddy about everything. Daddy was very angry that Sunday. At the altar, instantly, Daddy promised me that he will make sure he will recover my baby and give me accommodation. Not only that he will open business for me, and my baby will be under scholarship, OPM free scholarship, to any level that my baby wants to. So that Sunday, I was very happy. The following day, in the morning, they called me, we go to the hospital, they rescue my baby.
Okay, when the police people came to rescue us from where we went to do child trafficking, they brought us to the man of God who has done everything for us, who registered us in free antenatal. Then the free hospital have not come out. They started us in free hospital and free in a private hospital where they registered us. The man of God paid everything for us. He did the best for us. What no man can ever do, but he did it. We are not related to him, but he did what nobody have ever do for us.
They gave me money to start my own business. We all started business. I started my own business. From 1 month to 2 months that I started my business, I begin to see increase, double of my money. I begin to see increase. Things started moving where everything that I do where I begin to look good. My children begin to bounce well. So on that day, I now decided to go and give testimony and thank God for restoring my life, even my prayer life. I now live a responsible life. My prayer life restored. So on that very day, he gave me an award of 1 million naira and my 3 kids scholarship to school.
Since the day the police people brought me to him, I put bets. He's taking care of me, taking good care of I and my baby. Today we are very healthy and strong. Since I came to this world, I've never had it in mind that there will be someone that will be close to me to take care of me as a daughter. So I'm so grateful for all the whole things he has been doing in my life and in the life of my child.
My name is Mary Joseph and I'm 17 years old. I stayed at Obibo and I was sexually abused. I got pregnant. I registered at OPM Free Hospital. And thank God they helped me through everything. I was operated and I gave birth to twins.
She was raped. She's 17 years. Look at her. Small girl like this. She was raped by an unknown evil man. She's just 17. But by the grace of God, OPM Free Hospital, she delivered these 2 beautiful twins. Where will she get money to give birth to this? Where? Where?
And I want to thank God for OPM Church. It has not been easy for my family. Thank God for Apostle Chibuzo. He gave us a house in his estate, at Estate 3 at Olu.
Give Jesus a clap offering. It's because of accommodation problem. That's why she was raped. They were staying in an uncompleted building, and an evil man went and raped this little girl. But thank God, we have given from the offering and tithe to both estates. If you know how much, if I want to rent that estate, you know how much I will rent it. But I didn't rent it. I put it free to help people. Now, they have been moved to an estate. From uncompleted building to an estate. So now, this is your son too? Okay, this is your own son.
Yeah.
Is it your mother? Okay, this is the mother. So now, this is your own son. So these children are your grandchildren.
I actually named them under Apostle Chibuzo's name. The first, there are 2 boys. The first...
2 boys! Give Jesus a wonderful clap offering.
The first one name is Morgan Chibuzo, while the second one is Megan Chibuzo.
These children are hereby given automatic scholarship to university level. From now, what they will eat, what they will drink will never be a problem. Feeding, clothing, and schooling is now Omega Power Ministry, including their mother. So now, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. Don't worry. And you are 17, you are supposed to be in school.
I lost my dad when I was writing my WAEC.
You lost your dad. Now, you are going back to school now. You are going to meet welfare, your schooling, till university, till everywhere you want, accommodation. Go, you write jam, write healing and a day. What did they write? Chemina jam and all the things they write to enter university, go write them and enter university, and the church will take care of you and your baby from now. God bless you.
My name now Nyechi is I'm from River State, all by Edema and Donny local government area. Okay. I from where police carry me come from now South Road by Ruma Hollow. We are go sell pikin. I go sell them because of say nobody go take care of me and the baby. My mother no dey close to my father. Neither my father dey around me. Nobody go take care of the pikin or take care of me. Now I can't say, okay, person they stay with can't say okay. As I don't get the belly, I don't drink so many medicine, belly no one come out. And the person will get and say I go come out and no one come out and say no go fit take care of the pikin. You can't say okay. Say as you know, no fit come out and no get money to go to the say make I go. You get person go take care of me. The person will take good care of me until I born the pikin. Then when I born now, I carry the pikin come back. I don't know say not to go sell pikin. When I come reach there, I can't see people they sell pikin. Now I can finally know say now they come tell me say not to sell pikin. I don't get any choice, any alternative but to sell the pikin. Now so as I did there one day, one afternoon, I just about finished come out. Now police people come say make her come. Now they come carry me go police station. I did for the police station there. Then come carry me say okay, me I no worry say get one church where they won't carry us go, and then carry us come OPM. And then carry us come OPM. The man take the GO take you care for scars. They deserve for one private hospital for Lomodara. The hospital didn't pay for the hospital. Only one person didn't pay big amount of money for the hospital. And someone paid for us finish. We born safely in carry our picking. They give us 3 times square meal every day. They give our baby. They feed our baby 3 times a day. Baby milk and other things, baby clothing and every good things where they are supposed to buy for our baby when they take good care of our baby. And I want to tell God thank you for everything He have done for us.
This place where you stay, they pay?
No.
Right now, taking care of you and taking care of your baby. And take care of your baby, Abby.
Yes.
Which advice you get for people like you who don't do this kind of thing?
The advice I get for people out there, they say, any condition where they know where they can find for themselves, make them not go to get that intention to sell their baby. Any condition where they find for themselves, make them stay. Take care of the baby because they don't know the future of this baby. They don't know what this baby will be tomorrow. This baby is the leader of tomorrow. They don't know what the baby will be. The baby will be this baby will be a great child. We don't know what this baby want to be there and want to go and sell it. We should not try that. Like friends out there, you should not make that mistake to sell this baby. This baby is a blessed child to us. This child may be a governor tomorrow, a president tomorrow. Then you want to go and sell it. Then what is the benefit? What do you want to gain in the nearest future? Then when you go and sell, another person will go and come and enjoy the fruit of your labor. It's not good, my brothers and my sisters. Maybe so many people out there want to use this baby for money ritual. You do not know. They want to go and sell it. In any condition you find yourself, try to be yourself and respect yourself as a woman, and don't ever in your life try to sell your baby or anything. Be a good child. Don't walk around. When you walk around, you will get what you did not deserve. Because of walking all around, you go and get pregnant. Unwanted pregnancy is not good for our young ones. You have to be a responsible child, a responsible able daughter. Even though your mom or your dad is not close to you, go and look for work to do. Then you will be a responsible person for yourself and what you want yourself to be. That is the advice I have for my brothers, my sisters out there.
Talk to me. Your name? It's your beautiful girl. No, just talk to me. You see how the other put the flow since flow.
My name is Sandra Solomon from Cross River State, Yala local government.
Yala.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Just that I stay in Lagos State. When I stay in Lagos,
which part of Lagos where you stay?
Ajebule side.
Okay.
So when I stayed there, I was doing prostitution in the Lagos State. So when I was doing prostitution, so I met one guy. The guy said she liked me, that she want to marry me. I said, you want to marry me? Okay, no problem. So now I be staying with the guy. When I stayed there like 2 days, I will not go to my where I'm doing my prostitution to go and stay. The guy will not come there every night to come and sleep with me, and early morning she will not go back. So after then, I now confirm that I am pregnant. So one of my friends told me that, babe, see, you are pregnant too. I say, it's a lie, I'm not pregnant. It's okay. Now you are doing this work, now I know you don't have anyone to help you. You are doing prostitution. Use this money to go and check, do scan for yourself. So I now use the money to go and do scan. He's pregnant, and it's 1 month something, 1 month pregnant. So I now come back, I tell the girl it's true, I am pregnant. The girl said I should go and show the boy the result. I said, no, I don't want to show the boy the result, that I don't know whether the boy is going to marry me or he's just doing me while I don't know. So the girl said, if the boy is really love you true, just let me just take the result and go and show to the boy. So when I go, he's dating one girl in the street, and everybody, all his sister, they know that this is the girl the boy is dating. So when I get there and I show the guy the result, the guy says it's not the one that give me the pregnancy. So what is inside? She will give me 15,000 to go and abort the baby. I said to go abort this time. So his sister now came, say I can't advise you to go abort the child. I can't advise you. So what is inside? You just keep your baby. But our family, we don't have money. We are poor. If they say we get money now, I will tell you, so okay, stay where you born this pikin. So after then, I now left. My friend said, okay, I should come. I now go and meet one of my town person. He's doing a showing at Ndukwa Hotel. That one is staying there. That is my town person, Blessing. The girl, and I told her that, see, I don't want to stay in Lagos again. I want to find on that side and go. This boy now denied, and the manager now said I should not stay in the hotel again. The hotel, the pregnancy I am carrying is giving her barrier. with the hotel. So how am I going to do to left here? So the blessing us, okay, I should take this money to Port Harcourt. She will give me one manager. She will give me his number. When I reach there, I should call the manager. So when I reach Port, motor just dropped me from park. When I reached, the manager now came that park to come and pick me. As he picked me off, it's straight to the hotel. And I go to, when I get to the hotel, the man said I should pay 10,000 naira for machine ground. If I want to enter, I should pay 10,000 naira. And I tell the manager that I don't have 10,000 naira. What is inside my hand is 5,000 naira. I don't have 10,000. He said I should pay, okay, she will help me for the 5,000. Then when I have 10,000, the remaining balance I should pay her back. So when I stay there, I will buy all this gidu and be pressing my stomach. I will not buy gidu, I will not be drinking Chelsea, everything, so that I will find a way to abort the baby. And see yet, the baby will not come out. I said, God, what am I going to do? Now I am carrying this pregnancy. The pregnancy is not giving me how, there is no way I can make money. What am I going to do? So one of my town person is selling baby clothes in that, this Ugbogoro site. That is where the lady is staying, Ugbogoro. Look at the hotel here, look at the woman here. He was selling baby clothes. So and I go there. When I go there, I tell her that I am pregnant too, but I don't know what to do. The woman said, okay, no problem. She will move me from this hotel to a house. Let me go and stay with her in the house. I will deliver the baby safely, so that I will stay with her there and I take care of my pikin. I said, okay, no problem. So when we get there, the woman said I should go and pack my clothes. When I pack my clothes, I'm not going to stay with the woman. The woman have be with her husband, and the woman is very fast. So the man said that the woman have not given her child since she married the woman. Said no child, nothing. So the man now be taking care of me. So after then, in wife, people are telling her in the bag that this woman, you don't know her before. It's here you made this woman. Can't you move this woman, this lady out? This lady now, she's pregnant, and you have never pregnant for your husband before. This lady will take away your husband, because your husband now is need a child. You now, you have never pregnant. So people are telling her in the back. So reaching one day, and I go and work for I'm working main road, so that I will see someone who is going to dash me something. So when I go there, I said one boy tell me, how far? I said, I'm fine. So okay, what have I eaten? I said no, because the boy has, when I was working in that hotel. So the boy said, okay, I should take this 500 to go and buy something. When I go to main road, I'll now go and buy bole, 15 naira bole, and fish, 15 naira, and I put on top the bole. I buy 1 mineral, and I eat. When I eat finish, the boy still later I should go and meet her on that park. I should come there later, I should come and meet her at this hotel there. So after then, when I go, the boy said she want to have a form with me. How much she's going to pay me for the form? I said, okay, is the form you want to have with me? You give me 5,000 naira for the form you want to have with me.
Wait, you get better this time?
When I was pregnant that time. So the boss said she would give me 5,000 naira to have and I said, okay, give me 5,000. The boss said no, she would give me 1,000 naira for the form. I don't have any option. And now when we do finish, she now give me the money. She now give me 1,500, and I walk away. When I walk away, when I reach the woman's house, if I want to eat, if I want to open his pot, she will not be shouting at me. You say, the woman not change. You say, see, I want to lock my door. I want to go out now. So you can say I want to go out. So and I met one girl in the street there. The girl said she liked me, and the girl too is pregnant. The girl said she liked me, and he's staying with his boyfriend in the house in Port Harcourt here. So when we go there, the girl now take me to that place in house. I stay with the girl for almost 2 days, maybe 3 days. So I now tell the girl that I don't know what to do. Find a friend for me so that I will not be staying the way you are staying. And the girl now told me that boys many for Port here, when they find girl, where you go stay with them, they never even they see them. Now when you don't see opportunity, you go patient, you go see man, where you go see carry, you deal with them far. So after then I come the night the girl come carry me go show one of in auntie for that market, corner of that market, they sell something there. So he carry me go show me in auntie. I think he go show me auntie. I can't go see auntie. Now one woman come. As the woman come, I hold potato in my hand that I want to cook. That my town woman say man no cook am. So the woman come. As the woman come, I come beg her, me help me for stove. Me help me for stove and cuisine. The woman help me for stove and cuisine. And I cook the potato inside there, do it to porridge. The woman buy fish, buy pepper for me, buy everything. I do the potato too. I turn it to porridge. So after I eat it finished, I not saw one woman. The woman said I should not worry. There is where she will take me to. I should not be crying out. She will take me to somewhere. I said, where is that? He said she will take me to somewhere. I should patient. She will take me to somewhere. So when the woman took me to that place, we stopped Keke at Mero. After stopping Keke now carry me. We now go where they are selling babies. When we go there, I saw this lady because that time I just came down new. I saw this my sister here. So when I saw them, all of them, I saw some have delivered there, some are staying there, and I said, hey, which kind of place is this? So the woman now told me that I will stay here. I will deliver my baby safely. I will stay here. I will deliver my baby. When I deliver, they will now come and take me back to home. So the woman said she will pay me if I deliver finish. They will pay me money. Then I will sell away my baby. And I said I will sell away my baby. I said he said yes. I said like how much? The woman did not tell me the amount. I said what am I going to do? And I said okay, no problem. I don't have any option. I will do it. So now when we stay there, we stay. They want to cook. The food is so much small. The food, no oil, nothing. You manage it like that and eat. So when we stay there, one day, one settled down on Friday like this, they said they have crusade in the compound. So progress that sister Progress we staying here with us before. She's the one sweeping the church down on Friday. In her prayer, she's the one sweeping the church that day. So after sweeping the church, reaching afternoon time, I said I can't go to prayer like that. And I'm very hungry. I can't go. So I now buy biscuit there and be chewing. After chewing, the woman said I should go inside. I should go inside. Whether stranger is coming, I should go inside. I said I'm hungry. I will eat first if I go to prayer. I'm hungry. He said I should eat. I should go inside first. And I go inside. When we go inside, the next thing, they just open the gate. What we just saw is police people. We say Jesus, police. So they went to the woman where he's staying with his husband. They say bring everybody out of the rooms. All the old people, bring them out. So now they are locking us. They have locked us in Basha, where anyone will has come, they will stay there. They have locked us outside, and we are inside. Police people now came. They say open this very door. Come and open this. We are going to use our legs to push it. Open this door. So when they opened the door, they saw us there. And they bring us out. They now ask me, I just knew deliver baby. I said no, I've not delivered. I'm still with pregnancy. They saw you move. So when we get moving, they now put us inside the motor. As they put us inside the motor, all of us now enter. They handcuff the woman, and that very woman that carried the police people to that place, they handcuff them. We go to police station. When we go there, they now do us interview, everything. They say we should not worry. We have talked our truth, whether it's truth or nothing. They don't want to know. So they say we should not worry. They will take us to OPM Church. They will take us to OPM Church. So when they bring us to OPM Church, we now come down. When we come down, we saw that the GU. So when we saw them, that the GU said she will give us free estates, free clothes, free boutique, and free food, free baby food, everything. So we just stay there in the church. We now tell her, thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. God bless you. So when we deliver our baby, they will take our baby. Will now go free OPM, free school. So we now be telling Daddy, thank you, God bless you. They now take us to that Pastor Madi estate. We are eating 3 times in the day, free baby food and baby clothes, free, everything free.
God bless you. Are you a member of before now? Are you a member of OPM?
No, I'm not a member.
The rapid growth of Omega Power Ministries (OPM), a leading Christian denomination with its headquarters in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, is attributed partly to the intensity with which the General Overseer of the Church, Apostle Chibuzo Chinyere, evangelized for Christ. The man of God, whose target is to win 2 billion souls for the kingdom of God, takes the gospel of Christ right to the doorsteps of those who need spiritual rebirth. Apostle Chinyere's evangelical mission has seen him visit very unlikely places, such as nightclubs, brothels, and ghettos, where his spiritually inspired messages have convinced scores of street boys and girls to give their lives to Christ. But there is something unique about the soul-winning approach of this great man of God.
My dream is not to drive the most expensive car. My dream is not to build the finest church in the world. My dream is to have the highest soul to heaven. My dream is to get as many sinners, those unreached, use the resources of God to transform their lives, bring them out of their sin. Shout hallelujah. When I preach to you, then I remove you from that environment, take you to a serene environment. Your environment can no longer choke the word of God out of you, because you are now in a godly environment. So there's no way of that. The possibility of going back to your sin is not possible again.
This estate, consisting of 53 flats, ranging from self-contained and one-bedroom apartments, is the latest charity project executed by OPM to provide free accommodation for indigent and vulnerable people in the society. Situated in Alu in the Kwere local government area of Rivers State, this OPM free estate is currently being occupied by repentant street girls and a few other young ladies who were rescued by the police from several child trafficking syndicates and handed over to OPM for rehabilitation. Exquisitely furnished to provide comfort for the occupants, the estate, which has a standby generator for all-round power supply, also houses various skill acquisition centers to empower the ladies for self-reliance.
Some of them will open business, some of them will teach skills, some of them will employ in the OPM free hospital, some of them will employ in the OPM free school, some of them will start business for them, some of them will send them to school. Like this one now, 15 years old girl, and we have enrolled her. We just went and paid the school fees now. And collected the form for the exam. And how much do we pay?
168,500. I find it difficult to really describe him most times because, you see, I'm always swelled and filled with tears when I want to talk about him, because there is no man, let me limit it to the church. No church does what Apostle Chibuzo does.
The beneficiaries are grateful to God for the kind gesture of his servant, whom they say has given them a new lease of life through his charitable initiatives. The Alu Estate is just one out of many of such facilities under the OPM free housing scheme. The servant of God has built and furnished several houses for widows, poor families, and other vulnerable people. He has also provided free accommodation for repentant armed robbers, cultists, and militants, all in an effort to win souls for Christ. Concept of practical Christianity, which encourages the church to equally respond to the needs of the less privileged, in addition to propagating the gospel of Christ, has again been demonstrated by Omega Power Ministries OPM, a leading Christian denomination which has its headquarters in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. The successful completion and eventual commissioning of this specialist hospital, built by the church to provide free antenatal and postnatal services for indigent pregnant women, is seen as another laudable initiative by the church to give back to the society.
This is a scandal, and this is the first point of call of our patients, because what we do when they come to register for antenatal, we usually do a first scan. Now with that scan, we want to find out how old the pregnancy is, how many babies are there, could be 1, 2, multiple pregnancy. We want to find out where the placenta is, and then general well-being of the uterus. Does woman have any fibroids? Is there any problem? So this is the first point of call. Now this is a scan machine, and we just demonstrate what we do. So the patient lies down,
and we expose her stomach. And then we put a little gel in her tummy to help us look at the baby very well, for us to see the baby. And then this is our machine. Okay. So this is our scan machine, and this is the probe. This is called the probe. This is called the probe. So what we do is that we put the probe on the abdomen of the mother, and we're able to see the baby. So if you look at my image here, you can see this. Say it again. This is the head of the baby. This is the head of the baby, and then you can go further to look for the heart of the heartbeat. Want to check? So you can see the heart beating. You can see the heart beating. So the baby is alive, and we call it encephalic presentation because the baby's head is down. So when she goes into labor, it's the head that will come out first. Right. And to show you how we're prepared, we have 3 of these, 3 different types to do 3 different studies. So we can check for different things. We have 3 of these. We have a transvaginal probe, we have the curvilinear, and then we have the linear probe. So we have all these that we use in patient care. So this is the digital printer, the thermal printer. So if we want to print an image, the image of what is on the screen, we just press it and it prints. So you can see that. So this is a recording of what we have done. So we record this and we put it inside the file of the patient. It's like the picture of the images we have taken. So this is the emergency ward of the Free OPM Specialist Hospital. And here we're well equipped. You can see we have 3 beds, we have stretchers, and we have a lot of equipment. So I'll go through some of the equipment that we have. Start from here. Now we have our oxygen cylinder, which is full of oxygen, and we also have an oxygen concentrator. Now what the oxygen concentrator does is that it takes air, accumulates air from the atmosphere, concentrates it, and then we give this to the patient. So even if we don't have oxygen, we can also always use our oxygen concentrator. And then being an emergency ward, we also have our stretcher. So if we bring in a patient in an ambulance, we can use the stretcher to actually bring the patient out of the ambulance and into the A&E. An automatic suction machine, double bottled, which we will use in case we need to suction a patient. Maybe the patient is suffocating or any other thing that is happening. We can use our suction machine on the patient, the oxygen itself, and then we give the patient oxygen. Now we have 3 of these. Then we have what we call the laryngoscope. So if a patient stops breathing and we want to assist the patient to breathe, we use the laryngoscope. We put this into the larynx of the patient, and then we pass a tube where we can now give the patient oxygen or any other thing we need to do for the patient. Now this is a Doppler fetoscope. This is what we use to listen to the fetal heartbeats of a baby when the patient comes. I think when a mother comes and is pregnant, we'll see more of this in the labor ward. Then we have our airways, different sizes for adults and the pediatric population. And this is what we use. For example, if the patient is unconscious and we want to make the airway patent, we put this into the mouth of the patient so that we can give the patient oxygen, or the patient can breathe, so that the patient doesn't bite his tongue too. And then these are all ambi bags. This is what we use to give patient oxygen. We put this here, we connect this. These ones are for babies or neonates, and we put this over the nose of the patient, and we give the patient oxygen. Now we can connect it to the oxygen concentrator or to the oxygen cylinder. Now this for resuscitation too, the same thing. We use it to pump air into we have a patient that needs oxygen, we use this oxygen bag. Now all this, we have 4 of these. Then we have the pulse oximeter. This is what we use to check for the patient's pulse, for the pulse. So we have a very bad patient here. We use this to check for the patient's pulse. We just connect it and we check the pulse of the patient. The patient meter.
This is what monitor. This is what we use to monitor a patient. This monitors the patient's pulse, the blood pressure, the oxygen saturation, and this is what we use. So, so if we have a very bad patient, we want to do continuous monitoring, we use this. Now, this is, I'm sure many of us will recognize this. This is what we used when we had the Ebola outbreak in Nigeria. This was when it became very popular. So we use this to check the temperature of our patients. You just put it at a distance, and it will tell us. You can see that red light that shows, and it will now tell us, like now we can see his temperature is 36.9, which is normal. He doesn't have fever. So this is what we use this for. Now here we have different equipment. For example, a woman comes in bleeding, and maybe she has delivered and she has the retained products of conception or placenta. We use this to, we do evacuation for the lady. So we have a lot of this. A mother comes in, we want to check if her sugar level is high, her protein level is high or low or normal. This is what we use to check for glucose and use it to check for protein. Now this is a resuscitation bag. This is very important in the A&E. So it contains what we have there. We have the ambi bag, and we have the airways, just for a patient that comes in and is not breathing. So this is what we use. So I said before, we have a lot of that. We have 4 of that, we have 3 of this. Then this is a vacuum, as we use this in delivery. For example, if we have a patient that has the baby is too big, or the woman is weak and she's time for her to deliver and the baby is not coming, we attach this to the head of the baby and we bring out the baby. We use suction, kind of vacuum suction, to bring out the baby. So this is very, very important, because this is what we use to help mothers to deliver. So we have other things here. These are our consumables. For example, we are giving a patient injection. We are going to use needles. We use needles, injection, and so on. We don't just throw the needle inside the dustbin. We put it inside this for a safety measure, because it's very easy for any medical personnel to have a needle prick. And we know that a lot of diseases are passed through your needle prick. So we put the needles inside here. So it's a safety box. Then we have our consumables. We have needles, we have suture material, cannula, all sorts. Our gloves, we have our bottles. This is what we give our mothers when they come for antenatal. So we ask them to urinate inside this bottle. And with that, we use our combing. We use this to check for urine, and we check the urine for sugar and protein. If it's present, we know that the mother has an issue, and we have to find out exactly what is wrong. Sorry. So this is a fetoscope. We use this to listen to the fetal heart in the mother. So here we have our different consumables, different infusions, our thermometers. We have the normal thermometer, and then our emergency drugs, and so on. So for our vacuum aspirator, which we use for delivery, and this is what we use to check for the Doppler fetal heart rate. Now these are, for example, we have a mother who comes in, and the mother is asthmatic and can't breathe very well. This is what we use on we use to stabilize the mother. We use it, there's a drug we put inside it, and we use it so that the mother will be able to breathe properly. And then this is what we use to, for example, if a patient comes in and the heart has stopped beating, we use this. It's a defibrillator. You can see it, defibrillator. So how we use it, this one is for everybody, anybody can use it. When you open it, it will actually tell you what to do. To tell you what to do. So it will tell you what to do and how to actually use it. So what this does is that it shocks the heart so that the heart will start beating. So it's very important in an emergency ward. So we have 2 of these. Okay. So this is our delivery suite in the OPM Free Specialist Hospital. So when a woman is admitted, when we've established that she's in labor, we admit her into the suite, and she comes. We have 2 stages of labor. So the first stage will be on the bed. She will lie on this bed. I will examine her, we'll monitor her. We have our fetal monitor where we monitor the baby. We check for contractions, fetal heart rate. We use our monitor to do that. And so when she gets to 2nd stage, when she's now ready to deliver, she comes to the delivery bed. This is our delivery mat. So she lies on top of the bed, and we gown up. You can see our gown and our boots, and we encourage her to deliver the baby, to push out the baby. And on delivery of the baby, these are our consumables. We have our consumables here. We have the gloves, we have cotton wool, we have our delivery instruments. We have all our instruments that we use for delivery. So we use our instruments, we deliver the baby, we give her our delivery drugs, and then when the baby comes out, we need to suction the baby. That's to remove the mucus from the baby's throat and the baby's airway, and we use our suction machine. We have our light. This is what we use to actually see what we are doing. This is what we use, our angle light. We use actually to see what actually we are doing. And then we suction the baby. After suctioning the baby, we weigh the baby. We have our weight, our weigh. We used to weigh the baby. After weighing the baby, we clean the baby up. Now, we're cleaning the baby up, we dress the baby. So what we do in our OPM Free Specialist Hospital is that most of the women, because we know that they are indigent, we have packages that we give them. So every woman that comes to deliver, these are the things we give her. After delivery, what we take, we don't only take care of the delivery, we take care of her after delivery when she goes home. Because you discover that most women, they don't know how to care for the baby, cord care and all that. So we package everything for them so that even when they leave the hospital, they have enough things to use to look after the baby so that the baby doesn't get sick. So on going home, these are the things that we give her. And this is what we use to actually dress the baby when the baby is delivered. We give her a pad, a pack of pad to use for herself. We have the cap that we put on the baby. We have baby powder, Vaseline. We have the baby dress. We have Pampers. Each lady goes home with 6 pieces of Pampers. We have sponge. We have a wrapper that we give her to actually use and cover herself. We have baby towel. We have a wrap, baby wrap. We give her Dettol because we know that she will have to clean herself up and the baby. We give cream. We have cotton wool. We give her soap. We give her socks. We give her soap, bar soap to wash clothes. We give her baby cup because we don't encourage use of feeding bottle. So baby friendly. This hospital is baby friendly. It's a baby friendly hospital. So we encourage breastfeeding, and we don't encourage our mothers to use feeding bottle. So we give them a cup and spoon, and we give them soap. We even have a baby comb, and then we have soap. So this is what we give our mothers, and all of this is given free of charge. So we also give spirits, which is very, very important for cord care. We encourage the mother to clean the cord at least thrice a day with the spirit, and this will prevent the baby getting sick. So this is a very, very important part of the pack, and all of this is given free of charge. So we look after the woman when she delivers. in the hospital. And even when she goes home, we help to look after the baby by ensuring best practice. So our mothers are taught how to use these things. We don't just give them. We teach them how to clean the cord. We teach them how to look after the baby, wash the baby's clothes, and feed the baby also. Now we have our center here for infection control, because we know that infection can pass from one mother to another to the babies. Our instruments, we have this unit where we have bleach solution, soapy water and clean water, where we wash our instruments and keep them. So this is what part of our drive to encourage cleanliness and stop cross infection of from one patient to the other. And this is our baby bed. So after all that, we've dressed the baby, we put the baby in our baby bed, and the mother stays. We stabilize the mother, we make sure she's fine, we watch her for like 24 to 48 hours, and when we discover that everything is okay, we discharge her home. So everything is done free of charge for all these services. They don't pay anything, they don't pay a dime. After delivery, the mother is washed, the baby is washed. We prepare food for the mother. Every mother gets or is given yam pepper soup and fish, dried fish to eat on delivery. So we give them that, and in some cases they may even ask for tea. We also give them that. So this is the feeding we do, and it's all done free of charge. They don't pay anything for it. Once our mother has passed the first stage and enters the second stage of labor, she is moved to this bed. And on this bed, this is where we take the delivery. We take delivery of the baby and of the placenta. And this is movable, so we make the mother comfortable. We have a collection tray here. We have our kickabout, so it takes care of everything. The mother doesn't need to move out of this. She just stays on the bed, and we take the delivery, and it's all over. Now, other features we have in this room that makes it a suite. These are the things that make this room a delivery suite, is that we have our bed for first stage in this room, unlike in other places where things are separated. We have our bed for first stage. We have our second stage bed also in the same room. We have our air conditioner, to make our pregnant mother comfortable. And we have our toilet facilities inside the room. The instruments we need for delivery of the lady in this room. So we have all our equipment in this room. We don't have to go out to take anything. And that is why it is called a suite, because everything that we need for delivery is found in this room. Okay. So this is the theater unit of the OPM Free Specialist Hospital. And this room we're in is a reception. Now this is when we have a lady, a pregnant woman who needs an operation, a CS operation, cesarean operation. This is where it is done. So the lady comes in to this reception where she's checked and everything is taken, and then she's taken to the theater, and the operation is done in the main theater. But before I go on, I'll just tell us a little bit of what we have in the reception. Now this is called a resuscitator, and this is what we use to resuscitate babies. Maybe a baby is born and the baby is not breathing very well, or baby has different kinds of challenges. So the baby is brought here, and we have our oxygen. We can give the baby oxygen. With this machine, we check the temperature of the baby, we check the pulse and the vital signs of the baby, and we give the baby oxygen. And this produces light, heat, because most of the babies, they can't regulate their temperature, so they are very cold. So we have to keep them warm. So this is what this machine does. Now going on to the theater. This is our theater bed. We just laid out a little of what we have. Our theater gown, our bundle, which will show us I'll show you what is inside. And then we have the patient gown. We have the abdo pack that we use for operations. And we have different drapes. our surgeon's gown, drapes, and other things that we use for our operations. Now, we have a room where our doctors change. They change inside here before they go into the theater to do the operation. And we have our consumables, our various consumables. And not forgetting our baby bed, because this is, we handle maternity cases, so we have our baby bed. We also have our oxygen concentrator. We have our oxygen concentrator, which we can also use. We can use that, which I've explained before, where oxygen is taken out from the atmosphere and concentrated, and we can use it and give it to the patient. And we have our oxygen cylinder. So these are the things we have in our reception. So we monitor the patients, check their vital signs, and make sure they are fit before we take them to theater. Theater of the OPM Free Specialist Hospital, and this is where we do our operations, like cesarean section for women that need it. So we have our theater bed where we place the women on. We have our theater lights that are very bright, so our surgeons will actually see what they are doing. We have our diatemy machine, which we use for cutting. It like gives us a bloodless field during operation. We are able to, instead of tying, using our different sutures to tie, we use the diatemy machine to ligate the various bleeding points. That's what we use the diatemy for. Then we have our anesthesia machine. Now this anesthesia machine is what we use to put the patients to sleep. It also has a ventilator, can breathe for the patient, and it also has a patient monitor where we can actually check the blood pressure of the patient. We can check the blood pressure, the pulse, the oxygen concentration of the blood, and so on, that we use the monitor to check. So when the patient is asleep and the operation is being done, we can monitor the patient properly. And we have our suction machine. In case we need to suction the patient for any reason, we have our suction machine present in the theater. We have our fridge in case we have drugs that need to be refrigerated. And then this is our safety box that we use for needle sharps, so that we won't have any needle prick or any problem. We dispose of them inside here. And this is what, so the theater is used mainly for emergency cases when we have mothers that have problems in having the normal delivery. We do our CSs here because we want to practice. We want to practice best practices, going according to how a normal delivery is done. If there is a problem, and we have our emergency CS. If it's an elective CS, it is also done here. And all these operations are done free of charge. The women don't pay a dime for any of these surgeries, and they are all done free of charge. So this is the kitchen of the free OPM Free Specialist Hospital, and this is where we cook food for our mothers when they deliver. All of them get yam pepper soup and fresh or dried fish when they deliver. So this is the kitchen, free, and all of this food being cooked here are all free of charge. The women don't pay anything for it.
I'm Simon Tefa by name. I'm the lab person in charge, and I'm here to explain. I'll explain most of the equipment we have in the laboratory. Here is the microhematocrit centrifuge. We use it in analyzing the PCV, that is the blood level in every patient that comes in. We have the microscope. We use it in analyzing so many tests in the lab. We have here, this is the the UPS. We have the semi-automated chemistry analyzer for chemistry test. We have the micro pipette, which aids in carrying out the chemistry test. Here we have the general centrifuge, in centrifuging blood samples and even urine samples. We have the genotype machine for detection of the person's or the patient's genotype. Here is the water bath. The water bath, we use it in incubating the chemistry test, which I will explain later. We have the timer in setting the time. Every test we run has a time limit in which we take note of, and the timer reminds us of the time. Here is the incubator, which is used in carrying out culture, microscopy, and sensitivity. We incubate the culture here. And then we have the autoclave, which we use in sterilizing every equipment. And preparation of medias is done in the autoclave. Here is the wire loop. It's used in carrying out culture. We pick a colony, we inoculate on the culture plates, just like what we can see here. This is the growth of some of the samples we inoculated, carrying their sample names and initials. Here is the triple stand. This is the burner flame. And this attached to it is the host, connected down to the cylinder, which is outside the building. We have our refrigerator here. We use it in storing most of the reagents, as we can see. There are some of our reagents that are not supposed to be left at room temperature, which is 37 degrees. We allow them to be, they prefer staying at 2 to 8 degrees centigrade, which we allow them to be in the freezer, in the fridge. And then we have the blood bank refrigerator, where we store our blood samples in case there is any need for blood transfusion. We store the blood here from below the temperature, because blood does not stay outside its own native environment for too long. But within the refrigerator, the blood banking refrigerator, it can stay up to, it is viable to stay up to from 1 to 28 days. That is why we prefer keeping it here.
This is one of the wards in the OPM Free Specialist Hospital, and this is one of the wards. Now we have 2 beds in each ward. We have a television, we have a fridge, we have baby beds. Each room has a fan and also has an AC and air conditioner. We have a cupboard for our patients to put their bags inside. And all the rooms are en suite, in the sense that there's a toilet and a bathroom in each room. So the patients don't have to go out to go to the toilet or to have their bath. Everything is done here.
My name is Catherine Malakian, and I'm the administrative officer. An administrator is a point of contact to every staff or the employee. We provide administrative support. We manage queries, we manage requests, and we take office talk. We also organize monthly meetings. So we are in charge of every documentation in the hospital. The CCTV, we have so many cameras in some important places. So
it's a free hospital that operates round the clock, and the beneficiaries are grateful to God for using his servants to make this crucial intervention.
And I'm very, very happy to be a beneficiary in this program, because we have not seen it anywhere.
This latest intervention by the church is coming not too long after the man of God commissioned more educational projects, bringing to 11 the total number of free nursery and primary schools currently being operated by Omega Power Ministries, OPM.
This zeal has propelled Apostle Chibuzo again. This time, he went to meet the militants, armed robbers and hoodlums on the streets. He came with an open check. Repent and change your ways, and I will rehabilitate you. Some accepted the invitation, turned in their arms. The apostle handed over the arms to the police.
My name is Thank God Michael. I'm a member of Curtis. I travel from land to sea. And I'm
where in trouble?
from Opoko to sea, Opoko to river to Bori. So from today I come here to give my life to Christ. I don't want to be a Curtis again in my life.
Give Jesus a clap offering.
By name, I be one of the Curtis, the one that terrorizes the East-West Road.
Okay, East-West Road.
Yes, I'm from Opoko. And I want to repent. I want to give my life to Christ. And that is why I'm here.
Give Jesus a clap offering. Are you seeing the peace that God is using OPM to bring in East-West Road? I have had so many incidents of people that have been attacked on that East-West Road. Either when they are traveling or when they are coming back. They block their car, put something there, use stick and block. But God now is in OPM through the tithe, rescuing them. Clap for Dr. Jesus.
My name is Lebara Sebastian Bo. I'm from Opoko. I'm tired of dancing with the devil. That is why I said I should come and meet the liberation master so that he can set me free. I'm a member of Iceland Confraternity.
No more dancing with the devil. No more dancing with the devil. No more wigiri. Dr. Jesus in action.
My name is Gift Uba. I'm from River State. I'm a member of J-Vice. But today I've decided to give my life to Christ after I have my gunshot accident. I survived it and I did. I'm thanking God for making me to be among, to be today. Because it's not by my power.
You were shot. Where were you shot? You see, for him to survive this gunshot, it means God has something for his life. So, okay, it passed from here and come out here. And after this gunshot, you still continue. Eh?
Yes, sir.
You see, the gunshot couldn't stop him, but Jesus stopped him. The gunshot couldn't stop him from going to crime, but Jesus stopped him. Give Jesus a clap offering. Anybody Jesus cannot change can never change forever. Come, which area do you operate?
Omok.
Yes, sir. Go this way. You see, we use from the offering to rehabilitate these people, give them a new life. That is what the offering is for. That is what the offering and tithe is for. We baptized some of the ex-militants. They got baptized. The Holy Spirit. In the name of Jesus.
The Holy Spirit. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. You're free. You're free. In Jesus' name.
You started come out for the water. Hold on. Sit and dance.
You are free in Jesus' name. Amen.
Yes, I'm very happy today because today
It's a wonderful day that God has set aside for me to be born again. And I have resurrected with our Lord Jesus Christ today, so I'm very happy. I'm from Ogoni. I'm a native of Prayer Community. By the grace of God, I'm a pastor student in Omega Prayer Ministry. I'm very happy because yesterday I was a courtist, and I have done a lot of things which God did not like. I have killed, I'm a kidnapper. I have initiated a lot of men and women into secret court. In my communities, they know me as the general number 1. I was a point 1 yesterday in secret court. Also, the general number 3 in Ogoni, as a general number 3 man in Ogoni, in Daybank Confraternity. But by the grace of God today, I'm born again. And for all what our daddy and the Lord have done, I'm grateful. And I say the same God who have given the powers to do that, the powers to the less privileged, the powers to sponsor me in my Bible school, I say may God Almighty reward him. My advice to my friends and for the youth is that if you have not given your life to Jesus Christ, you better do that before it will be late. And I'm advising everybody to stay far from secret court, stay far from kidnappings, stay far from armed robbery, stay far from lying and deceiving people, stay far from things of the world, so that you will be safe. Because a lot of my friends, they died in it. And by the grace of God, I am very happy that I didn't die in it. Even on the mission ground, I have lost different people on mission ground, which we went out together to operate, but they did not return again. But I'm very happy that I'm alive to tell the less privileged that they should be wise and stay far from devil. For in Jesus' name.
Not done yet. He took them to OPM Skill Acquisition Center Transamadi, totally free of any charge, to learn a trade. He takes foodstuffs to them intermittently in the house to sustain them while they are yet training.
Only you are God. Only you are God. Only you are God. Only you are God. Yes, you reign. Yes, you reign in all the earth. Yes, you reign, God. Yes, you reign. Yes, you reign. Yes, you reign. Yes, you reign.
I was an ex-militant before, but I came to OPM on the 5th of February this year, and within the twinkling of an eye, my life have changed to something else. Never believe by today I can hear the sound of siren and I will not run. Before, if I see people gathering, I will send information to know why are they gathering. Are they looking for me or my friend? But today, if I see police, I don't run. It is a benefit from the church. So today, I really thank God for Daddy, because Daddy does not only give us accommodation. If it were some people, since they have given us accommodation, they would have forgotten about our feeding. They would have forgotten about our children. They would have forgotten about our wives. They would have also forgotten about us. That I think I've given you accommodation. Is it not enough? But the man does not look at it that way. He's impart something in us. By today, I'm a scaffolder. Look at that height. Before I cannot climb, but today I can climb without no fear. Because scaffolders say, as a scaffolder, you are not supposed to be afraid of heights. And scaffolders say that scaffolder is a temporary structure built for a workman to work at a height where his hand cannot reach while standing on the And we also have two types of scaffold. We have independent scaffold and static tower scaffold. Static tower scaffold are the scaffold that have 4 standards. And this one outside here is a scaffold that is an independent scaffold that has more than 4 standards. And the scaffold rule say that if you are a scaffolder, any meter that is above 6 meters, you should put on your highness belt for security reason. So by the grace of God, all these things I know it true, Daddy. I say may God bless Daddy in Jesus' name.
Amen. I would prefer to go hungry and feed the poor. That is how it is. It's a lot of distraction. We're building a massive structure that have grown millions, hundreds of millions. It's a lot of distraction. It's affecting this. But I would prefer to deny myself food to help the poor. I would prefer to dispose my car, to dispose every property in my house to help the poor.
Leah Sharibu, a Dachi schoolgirl, was abducted by Boko Haram in Adamawa State alongside her peers. While some of the students have been released, the 17-year-old Leah is yet to regain her freedom because she refused to denounce her Christian faith. Speaking at the Free Food for All program, Apostle Chibuzo Chinyere said the change of name to Leah was in solidarity for the young girl and also to enable Christians be encouraged in whatever trials and challenges they face as a result of their faith.
It's now like an icon, like a legend, like a hero of faith that people can look up and say, come, if this girl, this 17-year-old girl can stand on her ground and refuse, even at the detriment of her life, she stood her ground and said she cannot renounce Christ, then we adults, what are we doing?
Apostle Chibuzo Chinyere described the young girl as a hero, announcing that a 3-bedroom apartment has been built in a virgin land for her. The general overseer said, having prayed and fasted, the church strongly believes the girl will regain her freedom. On the Leah Sharibu free restaurant program, running for 5 years now, Apostle Chinyere maintained that a hungry man is an angry man, but providing food for the needy will go a long way to changing the society for the better. Beneficiaries of the program describe Apostle Chinyere as a God-sent and called on other men of God to emulate the gesture in view of the state of the